Hello to everyone. I'm Ljubica Solunac, music editor here in Culture Center of Belgrade. I will start with a few words about the music program here. Since the beginning in 1986, the music program was focused on supporting young musicians at the beginning of their career by providing them decent conditions for performance as well as promotion. Also, our important task of the center was to continuously provide the Belgrade audience with pre-selected music content to try to gain trust of the audience and to make them feel comfortable in the space of this art gallery, but also the other venues we use for concerts usually. The entrance to all programs is free because Culture Center of Belgrade is funded by City of Belgrade. City of Belgrade is the founder of our institution and provides us with almost everything, so to speak, so that we can make program for citizens or taxpayers, actually, from whom the money comes from. After the lockdown in March, as most of others, we postponed or cancelled all concerts till the end of the season, till June. But listening to the needs of both musicians and audience, we decided not to stop working and not to wait that the situation completely normalizes, but to try to start working as soon as possible, as soon as basic conditions for that are fulfilled. So in September, late August actually, galleries were open for public, and cinema started working with the third of capacity of the venue, and that was the sign for us as well to start and to try to organize concerts. We started season in September with the hybrid format of concert with Nebojša Maksimović, our pianist, and we continuously held concert until today. As maybe the only venue in Belgrade who managed to do it continuously without stopping. By that time, by September last year, we had the feedback on how complicated it was for musicians to perform in empty hall, to play only for the camera, or for some virtual people whose reactions and emotions they can feel or see. Also, we knew how deficient it is to listen to concerts in front of a computer. Actually, where you are only observing what is going on. Actually, you are getting information about the concert, but are not experiencing or you're not participating in it. So what we did, in order to follow all the instructions and recommended measures to keep those coming to Culture Center safe, we limited the number of audience in this gallery for 25 persons. Entrance to concert is free, so we had to organize somehow the audience in order not to reject people at the entrance of the venue and to make the crowd in front of the venue. What happened later in some similar halls that are not charging tickets. So audience had to book their places by phone, calling us in the office, or by email. Also, for those who didn't get the chance to come to the hall, we recorded the concert, and later we put it on the YouTube channel of Culture Center of Belgrade. So we choose actually we choose not to do live stream because of technical problems. We have very limited technical how to say solutions, yes, for recording, and there is only way that we can do live stream is from one source of recording, and if we made it only with camera, then the sound quality is not sufficient enough, and camera has this control of sound, so it somehow came to this big sound, and so we decided to record separately sound of the concert and video of the concert. Then the next day after the concert, we would prepare the material, merge it together. Also, we cut the concert. We didn't put the whole concert. We cut to half an hour. We made a choice from the best pieces from the concert together with the musicians, with the players, and somehow we tried to prepare or to modify the concert to make this format more suitable for YouTube channel. And the idea was to keep this recording for a week, but as all musicians were really satisfied with the result, all concerts are still available at our channel. The video is really basic, only one camera, one frame. So we don't need any additional operator or an additional person to hire to work with. And what we get at first impressions were like almost empty hall with only few chairs inside and different atmosphere. But after a couple of concerts, we all got used to it, and since today we made a 30 concert in the Adget Gallery. We made 4 concerts in Cathedral of Blessed Virgin Mary as part of International Days of Organ Festival. Also, we made 4 concerts in City Hall. The pictures we will see later how it looked like. Maybe few concerts in that hall we organized later during this year. And a reaction from the audience. They began to point out that they actually like the distance between seats. They feel privileged as like rare ones. Yeah. Who have the opportunity to listen to a live concert. They usually leave hall visibly excited, as the event they attended gave some new hope in this apocalyptic atmosphere that otherwise surrounds them. My observation is also that the audience was really disciplined. They are never late, which is not the occasion otherwise in normal situation. They follow the rules about the distance and wear mask all the time. They register on time, and if they are prevented from coming, they always call that we can give their seats to someone else who is interested.
Could you tell me, please, did the pandemic affect any connections with your audience that you had previously, or did it modify it, just adapted it? Yeah, would you say you gained new audience?
Let's say we had an audience present at this concert like 50% of the audience was old audience that we already knew from previous events that we organized.
Here, the pictures of. This is not the hall that we are sitting right now.
Yeah, this
is it? Yes, it is. Yes, but the windows are closed. Yeah.
It's at the evening, so this is the first concert we organized, but we can move on. This is from the Days of Organ Festival with 100 seats. Limitation was 100 person in the church. Also, the city hall is in the next one, I think. Yeah,
this is
from the Harpsichord Festival. So yeah, audience actually enjoyed this distance between chairs. They feel this like
having some private space.
Private space and really special treatment. Let's say like that.
Shall we say that you're privileged?
Privileged, yes. So for us it was interesting to see older audience how it deals with these solutions, how they manage to apply to use the internet and to apply on the concert in time. Also, they felt really safe to stay with us here, as they are actually a more sensitive group in this pandemic. So for them, usually they were scared going out, and so that was a good sign for us to continue. And the musicians, sometimes that was their first performance after the pandemic. So they pointed out how much they're professionally constrained and regressed by the lack of performances. Also, they were thankful because the audience was present even in a small number, and they noticed that the audience was more focused and listened more carefully than usual. Also, they were really happy with the recording, and that was the important also part for them because of the promotion. For the YouTube channel and these recordings, when we look now, we have about 40 concerts at the channel. Mostly they have from 150 to 1,300 views. But still only about less than 10% of people watched the whole video. Most of them just get information about the event itself, like some preview of the concert, but do not take time to listen to the whole concert or to get the whole idea. The benefit, on the other hand, is this promotion of the musician. So if you type down the name of the musician, this recording pops up in Google. So for them, it's also
part of their PR.
Yes, so they are appreciating. Also, we tried when we have too many people signed up for the concert to organize 2 concerts day after day. So that also was a solution for us in specific situations. And that was also interesting for the musicians, for young musicians, to have experienced such a close performance one after another. So they felt like, okay, tomorrow I will play this better, but it wasn't the case. The first performance was like more intense and more special.
You think that some of these solutions might stay after pandemics and be useful? I asked the same thing with the others. This is a continuous question. Everybody have thoughts about it. Will it stay? What do you think?
Yeah, from this experience, we felt that maybe the future of concerts could be this type of elitism, not in a bad way, but that we emphasize the uniqueness of the event, as a classical concert is something special and unique, to insist on more direct communication between a performer and the audience. That's something that is maybe crucial.
Do you encourage young or musicians who are playing in such circumstances to address the audience as well? This was one of the topics from previous conferences. Do musicians like to address, to talk to the audience?
Sometimes it is easier for them, from our experience. It is easier for them to write down something. So we print it in the program, so they don't have to verbalize it. Yeah, sometimes it's easier for them to play than to speak.
Okay.
I would say most of the time, like from my experience,
yeah.
It very often happens that musicians are not very talkative persons, or like are not good with words, half as good as with instruments and notes. So, and sometimes it's even better if they don't talk.
Well, all right, but the question that I wanted to ask everybody in this panel today was, and you partly addressed it in your presentation, is all these online and live stream playings. There are many comments on them. If you go to the digital sphere and listen to all these performances and listen afterwards to conferences of this kind and forums where people talk about, we have an enormous birth of new art forms thanks to this online and digital concert playing. So many say that just recording the concert in the empty hall and putting it on display digitally is not what people actually are seeking when they go online to listen to the concert. They don't want a plagiat of what we had in a hall. They want something new, and your concerts are new. They are shorter, they are more adjusted to youngsters, they are in another format. So all these people usually say, when it comes to classical music, stiffness, the formality of the concert is avoided that way. So is it true that this recorded concert experience is not really appropriate for online, that people do want to have something shorter, smaller, more informal? They want to get in and get out when they are pleased. What do you think?
I also wanted to say at the end of.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Yes, it's actually continuing. So what we managed to see during this 8-month time. At the beginning, we had more people listening to the recordings. But in May, like last 2 or 3 concerts that we posted, it has a smaller number of views as
than previous ones.
Yeah, because in May all concert halls started to work. So there is more live concert in Belgrade now than 2 months ago, and people, it looks like they will actually want to listen it. If they can choose, they will come and listen in person.
Mm-hmm.
But here in our gallery and in the concert that we organize, we try to make this host thing like in a one-to-one concert. So the person who waits for the audience in front of the actually we are small hall, so for us it's easy. But audience reacted really good for that. When they're
communicating.
Yes. When they come, you address to them, explain a little bit. They can ask whatever they want. Explain a little bit about what they are going to experience tonight. Give them program, explain. Or also, we write this small short text about the program. That is some basic stuff, just so the audience, while they are waiting, can read about what's going to happen. And they appreciate it. And after the concert, they want also to
address the organization.
Yes,
and he talks then afterwards.
Yes,